So welcome back, guys, to We Talk Boxing, and I'm going to be talking about Adam Azim in his latest performance, which was yesterday on the undercard of the Chris Eubank versus Liam Smith 2 second fight. Now, this fight for Adam Azim was his second fight this year, and he challenged an unknown boxer, to me anyway, by the name of Aram Faniian. Now, this guy currently had a record at the time of 23-1, so he only had one loss in 24 fights. But it is pretty much an unknown. He's a Ukrainian boxer, only had 5 KOs to his name. But it's these type of fights which potentially, when you're an up and coming prospect as a boxer, when you're challenging these sort of fighters, you don't really know who they are, but they've had a lot of experience. They've got quite a lot of wins on their record with only one loss. Potentially, sometimes could be a banana slip in disguise. However, it was a tough fight for Adam Azim on the night. All three judges scored in favour of Adam Azim in the end. So Adam Azim won by unanimous decision. Quite comprehensively in the end, but depending on the judges and some of the fans, it was quite hard to score the fight at times because there wasn't a lot of action. But in the latter rounds, I'd probably say from round 7 to 10 was where Adam Azim started to become a little bit more confident, a bit more relaxed in himself, and started to let his hands go when he was started to catch Fanian, and he was hurting Fanian towards the end of the fight. I personally believe that if he had that confidence a little bit earlier in the fight, maybe from round 4 or 5, he could have potentially have stopped this guy in the end, because he certainly hurt this guy in a lot of rounds. But he just wasn't enough too soon, sort of thing. But it was a better opposition for Adam Azim, and these are the sort of fights which I kind of like to see Adam in with, because he's going to gain a lot from these sort of fighters. This guy was sharp, he was quick, especially in the earlier rounds, and he was pretty much looking for that quick counter left hand, that hook, which Adam had to watch out for. Adam got caught a few times as well in the fight, and he took a good couple of shots. So we do know that he's got a chin there. We do know that when the going gets tough, that he can stick to a game plan, and he can carry power through the latter rounds as well. So that's quite good to see. Now, immediately after the fight, his promotory team, Ben Shalom and all that, were pretty much saying how they would like to potentially have a European title fight in their next fight, which sounds good. But from my point of view, I'd prefer Adam to pretty much go down the more traditional route, challenge the British champion, whoever that may be. I don't know who the British champion is at the minute at the super lightweight. But go down the more traditional route. I still feel as well that he maybe need maybe two more fights before he challenges the European champion. Again, I don't know who the European champion is. Probably should have done my research before. But it's a good stepping stone. Potentially fight the British champion, win that, maybe Commonwealth, and then European. That's the route I'd like him to go down, because as he steps up and he's challenging the better fighters in the super lightweight division, it's going to get harder for him, and he needs to have a good background, skills, and different type of opponents that he's faced with different skills to try and overcome some sort of adversity at times, because he's not gonna, how can I say it, he's gonna find it harder, and it's not going to be easy at times. And what he needs to probably be thinking about is, oh, I have faced a similar style before, so realistically, when the going gets tough, then this is what I did in that fight, and blah blah blah, and try and capitalize on some of those experiences which he's had. But as I said, in regards to the current super lightweights that are out there, Obviously, Adam is a prospect, and currently some of the champions that are around in, you know what I mean, some of the world champions. You're talking people like Romero, obviously Prograis, and I got the other guy. I think it's Matthias. And obviously, most recently, where you had Teofimo, he obviously defeated Josh Taylor, and then pretty much vacated the belts, I should say, straight away. So they're like the prospects or the fighters that are in this weight division, and then you've got other people that have moved up recently as well. Catterall's in there now. Obviously, he's going to be one of the big, the bigger names in that division because obviously he. In most people's eyes, defeated Josh Taylor for the undisputed. I think it's about over a year ago now. And then you got Ryan Garcia, who's moved up as well, potentially Devin Haney, depending on what happens with him next. And then you got Ramirez. So there's some good good operators in that division. So I would like, as I said, Adam to potentially go more down the traditional route, British, Commonwealth, then European, and then maybe some of the fringe world level fighters as well. But you guys let me know your thoughts on Adam Azim. How did you rate his recent performance? How would you, I mean, who would you like him to potentially go up against next? Do you feel that he should just go straight into the European, or do you feel, I mean, do you agree with me? Go more down the British, Commonwealth, and then European route. Let me know your thoughts, guys. As always, please subscribe. Bless.